Okay, guys. So the next thing we're going to go through here is conversions. So when we do conversions in this class, again, we won't do them that often, but it's a useful skill to have. Uh, so we're going to look at how we do conversions pretty systematically, right? So everybody probably has some way, some intuition how to convert one thing to another. If you guys have ever, converted let's say US dollars to pesos or something like that. You guys might have an idea of how I would do this. I just want to formalize it a little bit, so it should be quick. So let's say that I have two values. In here, I'm going to have 12 kilograms, and I want to find out how many grams is 12 kilograms, right? So there's always one thing that I'm going to need when I do these conversions, and that is some sort of conversion key or some sort of standard. So for me, this is going to be, in this case, I'm going to need to know what's the conversion rate between kilograms and grams, right? Then I can convert whatever amount that I want. So in this case here, I'm going to use a conversion rate of 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So this is something that you might see often in the course, right? Because kilograms is a standard unit for us. So we always want our units to be in standard forms. So if we have, let's say, grams or milligrams, I want to convert that to kilograms to make sure that all of my formulas are going to work the way that they're supposed to. So if I do this, then I can go ahead and get started. So what I have, okay, I have 12 kilograms, and here, it's divided by nothing, right? So if I told you that we had 12 over 16 kilograms, then you would put a 16 down here, but there's nothing down there, so it's just going to be 12 kilograms, or if you want, you can put a 1, right? There's just a 1 divided by 1. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use this little table here to make your conversion. So I always draw this little cross, and then every time I do another conversion, I'll put another barrier, like another cross on it. Or I can just do single conversions at a time and it'll always look like this, right? So let's go ahead and find out kind of how we're going to do this. Next thing, what I want to do is I want to get rid of kilograms. I don't want kilograms. I want grams, right? So in the end, like right here, I'm going to want grams up here. So I'm going to need grams to be up here on the top. At some point, this is going to have to replace kilograms. The only way for it to do that is I have to get rid of kilograms. I got to get rid of this. So when we do this, in a formula, how do I get rid of something? Like if I have A times B, okay, and I want to get rid of B, how do I do that? Well, I just divide by B. I got to divide both sides, of course, of your formula by B, and it'll cancel out here, right? So this is kind of what we're doing, the same sort of idea from algebra, we're doing this here. So I want to divide whatever I have by kilograms. When I do this, okay, my kilograms and my kilograms are going to cancel, okay? You'll see this in a little bit, okay? So what we're going to do here is I have my setup is right here. This is going to be where I'm going to convert. Okay, this is my conversion key. And then what I'm going to end up with is going to go over here. So we're going to use this key right here. This conversion key goes right in this step right here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take these numbers where they are, 1 with the kilogram, 1,000 with the grams, and I'm just going to plug them in. I don't care which one's on the top or which one's on the bottom. I'm just going to keep the numbers with their units. So here I have 1,000 grams, same thing, because right here I have 1,000 grams, and I have 1 kilogram, okay? And what you're going to do at the very, very end here is you want to multiply. So here I'm going to put multiply this way and on the bottom. Oops. I want to multiply, same thing, this way. And then at the end, then you can divide, right? So I'm going to go ahead and erase this just so you guys can see this kind of clean slate, how this is all going to work together. Here what I'm going to have is 12 times 1,000, and I'm going to carry over my units right here so you guys can see exactly how this happens. But once you get used to it, you won't have to do this every time, right? I have kilograms times grams, right? So I'm just keeping the unit on here. And on the bottom, I'm also going to multiply across. So I have 1 times 1 times, okay, 1 times 1, and my units are just kilograms times nothing, right? So I have 1 times 1, and my units are just kilograms. Let me go ahead and extend this out a little bit just so you can see that this is still kind of part of this. So that's all I've done is I've multiplied all the numbers together, but I've also multiplied all of the units together, right? To kind of show you what's going on here. So once we do this, then we can just divide everything out the way we would to simplify anything, right? To simplify kind of our formulas in the way we did before or anything like that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to simplify this. When I do this, like I showed you before, there's kilograms on the top and there's kilograms on the bottom. Those things are going to get rid of each other, okay? So what I'm going to end up with here is 12 times 1,000, which is 12,000 grams there on the top. And here on the bottom, I just have 1 times 1. So it's just divided by 1, which is nothing, right? So, so here my answer will just be 12,000 grams. So this is kind of how it works. When we do two conversions, okay, this is the example I want to work out together with you, and you guys have this on your homework, right? So what we're going to do is very quickly, we're going to try this out. So let's go ahead and try this out. I'm going to do this in 2 steps. So I'm going to keep one conversion here, and a second conversion is going to go here, right? So what I want to do in this example is I want to convert 42 US dollars to Japanese yen. But for some reason, okay, just an artificial situation here, I can't convert this directly to Japanese yen. First, I have to convert it to Australian dollars, and then from Australian dollars, I can convert it to yen, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 conversions here, same way that we did before. Let me go ahead and leave this color. So what I have, what I start with always goes in this top corner right here. And so what I have here is 42 US dollars, okay? And what I want to do is I want to convert this. I want to convert this with my key here. I want to get rid of US dollars and put Australian dollars. So Australian dollars is going to be on the top. That's what's going to replace US dollars. And I want to get rid of US dollars, so I'm going to put it on the bottom. This will make sure, let me go ahead and just do this right now, US dollars and US dollars are going to cancel, right? But I still need to put in what this value is. So I'm going to use my conversion key right here. 1 US dollar is 1.5 Australian dollars, okay? 1.5 Australian dollars, 1 US dollar, okay? And all we have to do is multiply them across, just like we did before. This is going to be 42 times 1.5. If I kind of type this in my calculator here, I should get 63 Australian dollars. That's how many Australian dollars I have now that I've converted from US dollars. Okay, now I'm going to take this answer and I'm going to put it into my second conversion. That's what I'm starting with now, is 63 Australian dollars. And I want to, at the end, I want to have yen, and I want to get rid of my Australian dollars. So it's the same situation as before. Remember that this Australian dollars and these will cancel because it's going to be on the top and the bottom, similar to our first example. And what we're going to do here, guys, is I'm going to put in my conversion key that I had right here. 1 Australian dollars is 75 yen. Okay, so I have 1 Australian dollar is 75 yen. And here I'll just do my 63 times 75. Oops, sorry, dropped my pencil here. Just a moment. Okay, so 63 times 75 should give me 4,725 yen. So now I've kind of done this. I've converted my 42 US dollars to find out that that is 4,725 yen, right? And that's the gist of it, right? This is kind of how it works, guys. So hopefully you guys will be able to do the similar question like this in the homework and the similar question to this. I have both one-step conversion and two-step conversions in the homework, right? Get to it.